Some mistakes can be forgiven, some cannot, and some leave a scar so deep, no apology can ever heal it. This is the story of Arvind, a husband who broke the heart of the woman who loved him the most. He thought he could hide his betrayal. He thought time would fix what words had ruined. But sometimes, the pain we cause returns in ways we never expect. This is not a story of a happy ending. It is a story of regret. And of a letter he never meant to send. Arvind and Nina had been married for 7 years. They met in college, and their love had once been warm, exciting, and full of laughter. Nina was soft-spoken, thoughtful, and deeply loyal. Arvind was ambitious, charming, and always busy. In the first few years of marriage, they shared everything: meals, dreams, long walks under city lights. But over time, things changed. Arvind worked longer hours. Nina stayed home more often. He said he was tired. She said she understood, but silence began to grow between them. Her name was Misha. She worked in Arvind's office. She was bold, curious, and made him feel alive in a way he hadn't felt in years. What began as coffee turned into late-night texts, then phone calls, then something more. Arvind knew it was wrong. He told himself it would end soon, that it was just a phase. He thought Nina would never know. She didn't ask questions. She just waited. Silently. Arvind wrote Misha a letter. He wanted to end things. He wrote, "I can't do this anymore. Nina is a good woman. She doesn't deserve this. You and I were a mistake. I'm sorry." He never intended to send it. But one night, while clearing his desk, he accidentally placed the envelope in the stack of bills Nina was going to mail. The next day, she found it. She didn't cry in front of him. She simply placed it back on his desk. That evening, she cooked dinner as usual, but her eyes were different, quiet, empty. Nina stopped singing while cooking. She stopped asking Arvind how his day went. She started sleeping on her side, away from him. She still smiled, but only for the neighbors. She still cleaned, but never his things. Arvind tried to talk to her. "I made a mistake," he said. "Can we start again?" She just nodded and walked away. In the weeks that followed, Nina became thinner. She barely ate. She barely spoke. She spent hours staring out the window. She journaled quietly, then locked her notebook away. Arvind noticed. But he didn't know what to say. He thought giving her time would help. He didn't realize that her world had already fallen apart. She had built her life around one man, and he had broken it with one secret. One cold night, Arvind returned home late. He called out to Nina. No response. He found her on the kitchen floor, unconscious, pale, cold. He rushed her to the hospital. Doctors said it was exhaustion, starvation, an emotional breakdown. She hadn't been eating. She hadn't been sleeping. Her body had simply given up. For 2 days, Nina lay in the hospital bed. She didn't speak, just stared at the ceiling. On the 3rd day, she finally looked at Arvind and whispered, "I tried to forgive you. But I forgot how to forgive myself for believing you loved me." Tears rolled down his face. He held her hand tightly. "You are everything," he said. "Please come back. I'll fix it." She smiled faintly. Some things can't be fixed, only remembered. She passed away that night. After the funeral, Arvind found Nina's journal. He read every page. Every pain she never voiced. Every question she never asked out loud. Does he think of me when he's gone? Is love supposed to feel like waiting? What did I do wrong? He wept until morning. Years passed. Arvind never remarried. He never entered another relationship. He sold their apartment, moved to a smaller home, became a volunteer at a counseling center for broken marriages. Every time he spoke to a couple on the edge of separation, he told them, "Talk before it's too late." He carried Nina's photo in his wallet and her journal on his bookshelf. He read it every year on her death anniversary, not to feel pain, but to remember what love costs when we forget to protect it. There are stories where love wins. This is not one of them. This is a story where love died silently, not from anger, but from silence. Arvind lived. But part of him remained in that kitchen, on that night, when she slipped away. If you love someone, tell them. If you hurt them, show them you're sorry, because sometimes a letter left on a desk is the beginning of the end.